All right, you are live on Radio Azad with the Sports Spotlight. I'm your host, Rizwan. And as I said, we're talking about MLC going on right here in your backyard, in your town, in Dallas, Fort Worth, and discussing this insane match between the Los Angeles Knight Riders and the Washington Freedom that took place last Thursday, and talking about one of the show's favorites, Unmukt Chand. I've had the pleasure of having interviewed him at a panel interview last year. Wonderful human being, wonderful player, and now having ascended to the top of the batting order for the Knight Riders, opening for a few games and had himself a good day Thursday, scoring 41, setting up a good foundation, scoring 41 off of 30 deliveries with three fours and a big six, strike rate of 136. And his opening partner, no slouch himself, Andre Fletcher. Andre Fletcher had himself a century off of just 60 deliveries. Eventually did retire, but not before scoring 104 off of 60 deliveries with seven fours and six big sixes, strike rate of 173. And Shafan Rutherford and Andre Russell came in behind him and did not let up at all. Rutherford scored 20 off of 11 deliveries with two big sixes. Andre Russell, 13 balls faced, three huge sixes, scoring 30 off of those 13 deliveries for a 230.76 strike rate. And all in all, Jason Holder, the captain, finally came in, hit himself hit a big six, carrying the Knight Riders to a 213 runs at a loss of only four wickets, run rate of 10.65, putting themselves safely on a path to victory. Ian Holland in this one took two wickets, and Jack Edwards took the third because the fourth was an injury out for Andre Fletcher after scoring his century. Well, Washington Freedom, unfortunately, showed why they are at the top of the table for the MLC. Came in with intent. Mitchell Owen and Rachin Ravindra, the openers. Ravindra didn't do a whole lot, but he wasn't really in there to do a whole lot because Mitchell Owen, the opener, scored 43 off of just 16 balls with three fours and four sixes, strike rate of 268.75, and set themselves up for a huge chase down with that 43 at the top. Rachin Ravindra, 18 off of 12, but um, yeah, Andre Go, the hero from last year, he scored 31 off of 27 before he was bowled out. Glenn Maxwell, the captain, came in scoring 42 off of 23. The intent never let up for Washington, even while facing a target of 214. Right? They knew that they needed a big outing from everyone, and everyone kept pressing. Jack Edwards was the only one who didn't have a great day. Five balls faced, 9 runs, but he hit a big six before getting out. And then Glenn Phillips and Obus PNR kind of carried them to the victory. Was it easy? Not at all. Did they do it? Absolutely, they did. The MVP was Mitch Owen for that setup at the top. But really, what happened here was after that 13 run 18th over, that got them to needing only 15 off of 12. In this one, Phillips had a big six followed by a four, getting 13 total runs in this one. And then in the penultimate over, at that point, they started to kind of coast, right? Ali Khan came into pitch and they were just getting singles and doubles, a couple of wides thrown in. They get 8 total runs in the 19th over, leaving them at only needing 7 off of the last 6 deliveries. And right off the bat, unfortunately, um, Andre Russell came in, and Andre Russell did not have himself a shutdown over that he needed in that last over. Throws a wide right off the bat. So now they need 6 off of 6 deliveries, and then allows a boundary of 4. And that was that. I mean, once they had 5, at this point they only need 2 off the last 4 deliveries. Now, credit where credit's due. Russell came back with a couple of dot balls, actually 3 straight dot balls. He gets a dot ball, excellent Yorker, right near the stumps, and the batter could not do anything with that. Came back with another a bouncer. I mean, Russell really after the first couple of bad deliveries to this over came back with a great Yorker and a great bouncer and two dot balls. Now the pressure's back on the batter, right? Back on the batter. They need 2. They needed 2 off the last 4. Last 5 balls, 2 dot balls, and then Russell comes in and gets another dot ball. This one was just a wild swing by the batter. I think the pressure was getting to him. He did end up scoring a single on the penultimate ball from Russell, a low full toss outside the off stump that he was able to just dab it gently over the covers and gets his single to tie things up. And that left, needing 1 off the last ball. If Russell can throw a dot ball, they go to a super over. But oh my goodness, it was a low full toss ball darted on the middle leg. Phillips throws out his bat just to try to get something, barely connects on the toe end of the bat, and the ball goes to Holder, but Holder only managed to get a hand on the ball and was unable to grip it. He ended up juggling it a little bit and then dropping it. They get that single. They win the match, and sometimes that's what happens when you're down and out. You lose an impossible to lose match. When you're at the top of the table, you end up winning matches that you have no business winning. And that's what happened. Now, I shouldn't say no business because Washington, as I said, they showed intent. They came in, they knew that the job was tough, they knew the task at hand, and they delivered, winning 214 to 213 with 0 balls remaining on the last ball of this over. They win 214 to 213. And then the next match was even. Man, time's running away. I do have to talk about, you see, Dallas Mavericks, baby, it's back out. My Dallas gear is out because we do have to talk about the Mavs in a minute. But let's run through this game real quick. The Mumbai Indians and the Mumbai Indian New York and the Seattle Orcas, again, bottom dwellers. And at that point, the Seattle Orcas had no victories at all. This is we've already talked about their win yesterday, but this is on Friday. The Mumbai Indians scored 237. Now we talked about their lineup, right? We talked about their killer lineup. They've got Quentin de Kock, Monik Patel, Nicholas Puran, Tajinder Singh, Kieran Pollard, right? And they all did their part. Well, Quentin de Kock not so much, falling for 1 run off of 4 balls. But hey, Monik Patel got himself a 20 off of 14, and then Puran and Tajinder Singh just absolutely devastated the Orcas bowling, especially Tajinder Singh, man. He had himself an absolute day. Sorry, folks. Here, I think I'm gonna get some sweet tea, clear the throat, because this was just an insane day by Tajinder Singh. So when he came in, Tajinder Singh came in. Where was he? right, here we're about to get to that. Hold on, I gotta run through this because it was an insane day. So Tajinder Singh came in when there we go when Patel fell in the sixth over. Tajinder Singh comes in, gets a single. Ho hum. Pooran has a dot ball, so Tajinder Singh gets he's faced one ball, scored one run into the seventh over. Didn't do much. Gets a single. Pooran is kind of killing time, and that's it. Tajinder Singh now has faced after the seventh over has faced three balls, scored two off of them, and then he only faced one more delivery in the eighth over, so four off of five deliveries. Then he throws. He has a couple of dot balls, and then gets a single. Pooran comes in, hits a big six, then gets a single. Last ball of the ninth over, Tajinder Singh hits a boundary, and at that point, that gets him to nine deliveries, nine runs. This is important because Pooran did Pooran things again in the 10th over, and Tajinder Singh didn't even see a delivery, still sitting at nine off of nine. First ball of the 11th over, Pooran gets a single, gives the strike to Tajinder Singh. He has a dot ball, but then follows that up with a four, a wide, and a single, and then Pooran does more damage. So now Nicholas Pooran is sitting at 36 deliveries for 75 runs with five fours and seven sixes, and Tajinder Singh is doing what he's supposed to do, right? Pooran is in a groove, so Tajinder Singh is trying to protect the wicket, trying to rotate the strike when he can, let the hitter do his thing, right? And he hits another boundary, gets a single, gets a boundary, gets two on the last ball of the 12th over to get himself up to 21 off of 16 deliveries. So he's sitting at 21 off of 16 deliveries. Again, this is really important because of what happened, what transpired afterward. Nicholas Pooran is at 76 off 38 deliveries. Pooran starts the 13th over, a six and a single, and then Tajinder Singh comes in. Tajinder Singh, on the third ball of the 13th over, a six. Next ball, six. Next ball, six, and then gets a single to keep the strike on the last ball. And all of a sudden, Tajinder Singh has 40 off of 20 deliveries. 40 off of 20 deliveries. So kept the strike with that single on the last ball, right? Raza comes in for the 14th over, and Tajinder Singh just absolutely just demolishes him with three big sixes on the first three deliveries and a boundary on the fourth. Gets a single on the fifth, and then Pooran gets three on the last ball. All in all, 26 runs in the 14th over. Tajinder Singh now is at 63 off of 25. Pooran is at 86 off of 41 deliveries. And still, they even after that 26, they're not home free, right? Especially after a great 15th over where they didn't do a whole lot, scored 8 runs, some singles and doubles, no boundaries, but they were just waiting for Jasdeep Singh to come in, and Tajinder Singh hit him for a boundary, gets a single. Pooran uh, gives him the strike back because now Tajinder Singh is in a groove, and that pays off. He gives him the strike back with the fourth ball, and Tajinder Singh follows up with a big six and another boundary. All of a sudden, Tajinder Singh is sitting at 81 off of 31 deliveries. Nicholas Pooran 92 off of 47. Pooran hits a four and then gets a single. Tajinder Singh follows that up with 6-4-4 until finally, Tajinder Singh on the last ball of the 17th over, when he was in a groove, man, in a groove. He was sitting at 95, and he just did this. Sometimes even when you're in a groove, you can make a bad decision. Went for a swivel pull shot, and it was not well timed, and ended up being caught out by Hetmeyer. on this last ball of the over, um, and that started things. Uh, at that point, at the end of the 17th, they were sitting at 218 at a loss of three. But all in all, they end up scoring 238. 238. Um, and beating the Mumbai Indians. Man, what a game this was. And that wraps things up for MLC. Lots more MLC to come. Your Texas Super Kings are playing the Mumbai Indian New York team tonight. The top of the table, San Francisco Unicorns, are going to be playing the Orcas on Tuesday with a break on Monday. Wednesday, the Super Kings and the Washington Freedom play a game, and this is going to go on until let's see. I think the last two matches are going to be next Sunday, the 6th, and then we've got a break on Monday, and then the qualifiers and the eliminators start starting on Tuesday, the 8th of July. So that is the world of MLC. Are we done? No, we've got just a little bit of left, and yeah, as you can see. Yeah, it's NBA time. And as you can see, I'm rocking my Dallas Mavericks gear again. I'm back in it, baby. Because the draft is in the books. The finals are in the books. I'm going to talk about the finals, that game 7 next week, when I have Shep back here. But right now, I want to talk about the draft because the Mavs got the mulligan of mulligans, right? After trading away Luca in the middle of the season to the Lakers, they um, fortune favored them and they ended up with the first overall pick, and they did the right thing with that pick. They drafted the player that, is he the savior? It's way, way, way too early to say, right? But could he be the savior? Could he be that guy who, you know, I don't want to start making comparisons just yet. It's way too early. But he is a forward who can handle the ball a little bit, shoot a little bit, play defense a little bit, get the critical rebounds. I mean, he just does everything. And does he have the potential, Cooper Flag? Does he have the potential of being the face of the Mavs in another couple of years? Absolutely. Does he have the perfect opportunity with a healthy Anthony Davis? I know. He hasn't been healthy for a while, but a healthy Anthony Davis, and if Kyrie comes back before the All-Star game next year, with a healthy Kyrie, a healthy Anthony Davis, with a healthy Lively back, with Gafford back in the fold, right? With PJ Washington here, with all the bench players that did great, great things with all the injuries and the departures of last year, that experience under their belt. Cooper can come in and not have any pressure of being the face of the franchise, being having to carry the team. There are comparisons being made to Dirk Nowitzki, how he came in and he had a couple of years to kind of establish himself until truly becoming the face of the franchise and, more importantly, the star who would carry the team on his back. Remember what followed after the first couple of years from Nowitzki. What followed was year after year after year after year of the Mavs winning 50 games. Right? There aren't many things that are sure bets. But boy, once Nowitzki had been in the league for about 2 or 3 years, one thing at the beginning of the season you could pencil in was the Mavs were going to get to 50 wins. It resulted in one championship eventually in 2011, one championship that was stolen from them largely because of Mark Cuban's insolence toward the NBA, the refs, the ownership, the commish, all that good stuff, right? I will firmly believe that, and Shep generally agrees with me when we talk about it. That 2006 championship was absolutely stolen from the Mavs and handed, gift wrapped to the Miami Heat. But I think Cooper can be that type of way. Again, I am not saying he is Dirk Nowitzki, friends. Let's get this straight. I am not saying he is Dirk Nowitzki, but can he be that Nowitzki-like influence on this team, on this league? Absolutely, he has a chance. He's got the pedigree. He's got the talent. He's got the skills. He's got the temperament. He's got the personality, right? Of a very unassuming leadership, the quiet leadership. There are loud leaders that sometimes work, sometimes it doesn't work because they get too loud. There are quiet leaders. Dirk Nowitzki absolutely was that. Blue collar, come in, just do the work, right? You don't have to be loud. You don't have to lead with your words. You lead with your actions. And I think Cooper Flagg can be by 2027, he can be that quiet but powerful leader for these Dallas Mavs. Absolutely, he can. And what's beyond? Can he be the face of the franchise, face of the league? Maybe. If he can be that face of the franchise and he can carry the Mavs, he can go along with these aging superstars and maybe get a chip in the next couple of years. And then when he takes over the team, he can become that face of the franchise. Maybe he can become the face of the NBA. Again, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I'm super, super excited for the Mavs to have done. I mean, as I said, this is the mulligan of mulligans, right? Life is cruel. Life is unfair. Life does not give you often second chances. This right here is the second chance of second chances, man. Um, Look, maybe Nico was right about Luka. Maybe Luka never wins a championship. But what we have to, and this is largely for myself, not just for the Mavs fans here, what we have to do is put that in the rear view. It's done. What's done is done. It can't be undone, right? So, yeah, as painful as it is, it's done. It's over. It's in our rear view. Let's put Luca behind us. Let's focus on the future. Let's focus on what's ahead. And what's ahead is Cooper Flagg and a healthy cast of veterans to show him the ropes, to lead the way. Could he be, dare I say, our Tim Duncan? Uh, uh, you know, as a Mavs fan, I would love nothing more than this moment to be our Tim Duncan moment, where we lucked into the first overall pick, draft this player who becomes the cornerstone for a franchise that to get you 4, 5, 6 championships over the next 10, 15 years. Yeah, I would love nothing more. I mean, again, that's asking for a lot, but this young man has the pedigree, has the skills, has the temperament, has the personality. I'm excited. I hope you, as a Mavs fan, are excited about getting back into the arena, getting back on the train, and riding along because there are great things ahead for the Mavs in the NBA. This is Rizwan signing off from the Sports Spotlight. You can catch me every Thursday right here on Radio Azad, 10 a.m. to noon, and bringing to you things from across the sports world. And I'm excited, super excited. Next week, we're going to talk about the Rangers. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals, sort of posthumously. They've been over since last Sunday, and lots and lots more sports talk across the spectrum. You've been listening to the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad. This is Rizwan signing off. Have a great day.